Let's go with what we saw that was positive tonight, and that is that when our team hit lulls or hit some adversity, we didn't lie down and die. We just kept fighting and going, found a way to generate some energy. I think there were times where I felt that we could have snapped back quicker, but at the end of the day, we did do a good job of figuring out a way to kind of snap back. It got a little contentious at the end, which is, I think, fine. This is a championship level team that played Mississippi State in the first round, who won, a national championship. Before. So for me, I was just really excited about this opportunity, again, to play a quality team. We had to play New Mexico, but obviously in the friendly confines of being at home. They had a Conference Player of the Year who's returning, which I think she did a great job. We struggled getting her stop, but at the end of the day, we found a way, and that came through free throws, big stops, and being more patient, which you saw. We weren't taking as many quick shots. We were finding those open shots, and even if we missed them, we came back and played solid defense, and I think that's exciting. The other piece of it to me is I think everybody kind of knows what you're going to get from Brooke Hawley and Tasha Levitt. I've talked a lot about we have some other players as well who are going to be able to fill up the bucket for us, and we found that obviously tonight with Jayla Johnson and the energy that she brings to the game and the passion that she brings to the game, and we'll continuously work on the defensive piece of it, so hopefully she'll have an opportunity to see a little bit more time versus sitting on the bench next to me. It's all right.
Coach, Jacayla Bowie got the starting nod tonight. What went into that decision?
She just honestly beat out the competition at the forward spot right now. We're really looking for our forwards to there's specific things we're looking for scheme-wise for our forwards to do. So until they get to that point, Bowie truly is the best option for us. She's a kid who's really physical. She's an East Texas kid, which I love. She's got a level of toughness that that's an intangible that a lot of kids have from East Texas. So she doesn't mind mixing it up. She posted up in high school. She took people off the bounce as well. She can truly post up people bigger than her. She can take folks off the bounce. So from an offensive standpoint, I don't think that was much of a thought process as far as what she brings. It's more as defensively could she hold her ground, and we found tonight she was able to, especially against a team who themselves is smaller and they go more with a 4-out, 5-out look. It was easy to give her the nod at that starting spot.
Coach, we noticed Kennedy Taylor really stepped it up tonight with some crucial layups. So what are your thoughts on her overall performance?
I think it's really nice to see Kennedy be Kennedy. I think it's really hard when you're a freshman coming in, a freshman point guard, and especially filling, quote-unquote, filling shoes of Taylor Deere, player of the year, and finding ways to get your teammates open. Sometimes that takes players a little while, and shoot, I don't even think this is a little while for her. I mean, she had the opportunity, and she took advantage of it with Bailey doing a great job for us defensively, but finding herself in some foul trouble, taking advantage of the opportunity and showing us what it was that she did in high school, and that is she's really good, as far as being able to get in the seams to find her ways to scores, but as well as that kid made some great passes tonight. She made some great passes, got great court vision. I think as we move forward, you're going to find that she's going to find her way in the lineup because of what she's able to do, and we're going to continue like Jayla. We need to continue to work on the defensive end of it with her.
What kind of adjustments did you make after that first quarter?
Well, at the first half, we wanted to make an adjustment on 20. Unfortunately, we didn't do a good job of that. But the adjustment that we did make that helped us was being more patient offensively. We're more patient offensively, then it didn't allow for some of those easy transition looks that they got, as well as it allowed us to get matched up with the defensive matchups that we felt we needed in order to get stops. So I think that's what you found. And then as we got more patient, we found ourselves to better scoring opportunities as well.
We noticed the team started to pull away in the fourth quarter. So what kind of adjustments did you guys have to make in order to do so?
Honestly, I go back to just getting comfortable in the game. I think the group that was out there, they got to a place where they were pretty comfortable in the game. And then with Jayla getting the double technical, we still found we hit adversity. Both teams hit adversity, and they did a great job again. It's always a test with a new team that's unexperienced to see how they do in different situations. They did a good job. They were tested, and they passed that test and stayed solid. I wish we did a little bit better job of boxing out, not fouling there towards the end, and we talked about that. That's what they need to do, get the clock to stop, get to the free throw line. Taking care of the ball is going to be important as well, but at the end of the day, this team found a way, and that's what you want to be able to advance anytime you're in a tournament setting like this, and this is a great team that we played. This team easily can go on and win the conference again for them upcoming this year, so I'm really proud of our team with our second contest, being able to bounce back from a loss like we had at New Mexico to come home here and find a way to battle and win.
Cassidy Barrios slowed down during the second half. What were you able to do for that to happen?
I don't feel like she slowed down. She had 16 at half. She had 25 for the game. I can tell you this, though. She didn't get her first look. Brooke Hawley just did a great job, and I talked about our team doing a better job defensively with having active hands, making it tough, not allowing her to get easy looks, make it difficult for her to get off screens, communicate better. So if we did better as a team, it would make Brooke's job a lot easier because right now Brooke is definitely our best two-way player, and that can be really tough for you, you know, day in and day out to have to guard kids like that.
Tasha, you didn't get a lot of clean looks in the first half. How did that change in the second half that you were able to get open and get some good clean looks at the rim?
I mean, my teammates just was finding me in transition whenever they weren't matched up with me, and in the zone, if they weren't out on me, I was shot at. So my teammates finding me in trans mostly.
Jayla, you seem to bring the energy off the bench today for Texas State. What went into that for you?
Playing for them, you know, doing my best for them, not for myself, not for nobody else, but for them. I work hard for them. So me doing what I need to do for them and for us to win is all that I think about.
What was going through you guys' minds when the score got tight in the second half and you guys were making the comeback?
We just had to get stops on defense.
Be patient.
That's good to hear as a coach. We need to get stops. We need to be patient on offense. That's good to hear.
And we noticed there was some open lanes, for example, like there was open three-pointers for you, Tasha, and along with Brooke, and there's some open two-pointers. So I guess what was going through your mind in order to get those open shots knocked down?
Oh, I mean, we just had to move the ball in offense and just pass the ball and not take a bad shot whenever the shot clock is like just beginning. So we need to run the shot clock down and move the ball side to side, and the zone's going to shift, so we'll find open looks.
Jayla, you know, you had a really physical game tonight. Do you feel like that's part of your game?
I'm a very emotional person, so like, you know, I'm very physical, but when it comes to like stuff like that, like what happened tonight, that's not part of it.
Coach, you talked about her being an energy player. Do you feel like that's going to be her role for this team moving forward?
Oh yeah, actually Jayla knows that. So when she says she does everything for her team, that's one of the roles that we ask her to play, and that is to bring energy, bring excitement. And so when she says I do it for them, I do it for my team, she knows my role is to bring energy. That's who she naturally is. She exudes energy and happiness. There are times because she's very emotional, she can be down. But I think for the most part, her intent's always to be a positive influence on the game and for her teammates.
Knowing that you guys took down Nicholls State tonight, how do you guys feel, I guess, going into tomorrow's game?
You know, after watching Montana State, I know that we're going to have to work really hard. We have to do a better job of communicating defensively. They've got a kid who is just a prolific scorer, if you ask me, very similar to 20, number 14. I'm sorry, I don't know the young woman's name, the transfer out of Seton Hall. Getting her stopped is going to be important because she can score, you know, in multi-layers. Then they have another kid, number 24 for them, who does a pretty good job of shooting the ball. They're good off the bounce. They run a really nice motion, so we're going to have to be smart. We're going to have to play on, you know, on our feet. We cannot rise up and go for a lot of the ball fakes. They've got great vision. I'm just excited for the challenge, to be honest with you. It's really going to be able to kind of test us and see where we are again. Being able to put together 2 scouting reports, you know, back to back, shows some level of a maturity or maturation of your team if you're able to do so. So, hey, I'm excited. These are 2 very different opponents in some ways, but yet at the same time very similar.